What is going on, film fans? It is Brad from Let's Be Real Brad, and today in the channel, I want to talk to you guys about all my most anticipated movies of 2023 as we are in the new year, so happy new year to you all. We are going to dive in my top 10 most anticipated movies starting from number 10. At number 10, we have Transformers Rise of the Beast. So this is a brand new Transformers film that we are getting, and it is part of the rebooted universe that started with Bumblebee that came out a few years ago, and I thought that the trailer for this new movie looked really damn good. I'm very excited to get a new Transformers movie, especially with a director like Steven Caple Jr., who you may know directed Creed 2, which I thought was one of the better Rocky Universe movies, and I think that he has a great understanding of what makes the Transformers so great and fun. At number 9, we have Scream 6. I am so excited to check out the 6th installment in the Scream franchise, as the Scream movies are some of my favorite horror movies of all time, as I truly love this franchise, and the last Scream film that came out last year was such a massive surprise, and I didn't know how good that movie was going to be, but that movie was really good. I've seen it twice, I got it in 4K, and now with this new movie being set in New York, and the stakes are going to be different with newer characters that we got from the last movie returning for this movie, I think this is going to be a really exciting movie. The only thing that's going to bother me about this movie is not having Neve Campbell, who plays Sidney Prescott in this movie, because of some contract negotiations that just wasn't going to satisfy her and what she has done for the franchise. And you know, I completely get it, and I hope this movie still works without her, but we are definitely going to miss Sidney Prescott. At number 8, we have John Wick Chapter 4. John Wick is one of the best action franchises of all time, and I have enjoyed all 3 of the movies so far, and definitely gonna try to do a video covering all the John Wick movies because they just make me so happy to enjoy action movies that clearly understand the audience and are actually good action movies that are just so entertaining to watch. And I even dressed up as John Wick for the last one at the movie theater I was working at, so I'm even really excited to check this one out. I don't even care what this movie is actually about because I have good faith that this movie is going to be great. At number 7, we have Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer is directed by Christopher Nolan, and it is his first movie at Universal Pictures, as he's moved on from Warner Brothers from his last movie Tenet, not doing well at the box office when it came out in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic, and now he is with Universal, who is giving him all the creative control in the world and making this big, massive blockbuster. This movie has a massive cast here that I'm not even going to bother going through, just because there are so many big actors and actresses here that I think this is going to be one of the best movies of the year. And I think a lot of people have got to trust Christopher Nolan at this point because he is one of the best directors working in the industry right now. At number 6, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is once again going to be directed by James Gunn, who is now the head of DC, and I'm really excited what he has for this movie, considering the fact that he was fired from Disney and was not able to make Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but then he was rehired, but during that time he was going to make the Suicide Squad, which was really good, and now he's going to make Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is probably going to be the last Guardians movie with this particular team, and that's really sad to say because I really enjoy these Guardians movies. I think that they are some of the best of this franchise, of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I just really love this team. I think all the actors are perfectly chosen for their roles, and I think this is going to be an emotionally heavy movie. At number 5, we have Barbie. Barbie is co-written and directed by Greta Gerwig, who has made amazing films like Little Woman and Lady Bird, and I am really excited to check this movie out because of its great cast, including Ryan Gosling as Ken and Margot Robbie as Barbie. I mean, that is such a perfect pairing, and with the trailer that just came out recently was so hilarious and so over the top with its 2001 Space Odyssey's references, which I think is one of the best movies of all time. You know I'm down for this type of movie, and I think Greta Gerwig is really the biggest reason why I'm really excited for, because I think she is probably the best female director working in the industry, and I think she made tremendous movies that I mentioned before, and I think this is going to be a massive hit for Warner Brothers. And I have also been watching all of the Barbie movies, and I'm going to do a massive Barbie ranking video when this movie comes out to include it in the video, so better check that out in July. At number 4, we have Dune Part 2. Dune Part 2 is one of those films that everyone's going to be excited for when it comes out, but not a lot of people are talking about it because there's no trailer and there's really not a ton of press behind this movie yet because, they're still in post-production. But once the marketing comes out, people are going to be hyped because the last Dune film won 6 Academy Awards, and it was even nominated for Best Picture. This was such a great movie a couple years ago, and I am really excited for this one because we're finally get the second half of the original Dune novel adapted into this second part of a movie, and it's just going to be great. Director Denis Villeneuve is literally one of my favorite directors. He has made so many amazing movies, really character, emotionally driven films, and there is nonetheless here, and I think it's going to be great. At number 3, we have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So I am a massive fan of Spider-Man, like everybody is, because he is literally one of the best Marvel characters or even superhero characters of all time. But with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I saw that movie 3 times in the movie theater. It won the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature, and to be honest, I think it is probably the best comic book film I have ever seen. This movie redefined animation, and it truly showcased what we can do with animation, and it is just simply phenomenal. There is no comic book movie that really gives me the same feeling that this one does, and I just can't wait to check out this new one because it seems like it's going to be bigger and maybe even better than the first movie. At number 2, we have Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. If you guys don't know already, I am a massive fan of Mission Impossible, as it is probably one of my favorite action franchises of all time, and I think it is probably one of my favorite movie franchises in general. And I just love these movies so much, and with this movie potentially having a major cliffhanger at the end of this one before Part 2 comes out potentially next year or the year after, I am way more excited for this movie, and I cannot wait to see it, especially with Tom Cruise being on the top of his game from Top Gun Maverick last year. And my number 1 most anticipated movie of 2023 is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Indiana Jones, I mean, what can I say about this movie franchise? It is one of the best ever, period. And Indiana Jones has always been one of my favorite movie characters of all time. I was absolutely obsessed with this franchise as a kid, as I watched all 4 movies all the time. I had all the action figures. I dressed up as him for Halloween. I had the Indiana Jones birthday party. I had some of the Indiana Jones video games. I am a pretty big fan, and I've always wanted a 5th movie just to finish out this series or just keep this series going, and I just can't wait for this one because it looks amazing. James Mangold has proven himself to be a pretty good action director with directing movies like Ford v Ferrari, Logan, and the Wolverine, and other amazing movies, so he is definitely the best person for the job, and I think this movie looks incredible, especially with all the de-aging sequences that look absolutely mind-blowing. I just can't wait to check this out as everyone else does, especially for that mysterious, adventurous aspect of it, and maybe some time travel in this movie. We'll see what happens, but I can't wait to see Harrison Ford back as the man himself. So those were all my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2023. Let me know down below in the comment section, what is your most anticipated movies of the year? I can't wait to hear about those. Before you guys check out this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a like if you want to, and ring that notification bell so I can see you all in the following video.